Okay, now basically this was due to popular demand because I've been getting complaints. I've been getting several complaints on how we can actually create, on how we can use, how we can download VS Code. Now this have been an issue, so I wanted to make it a live video class, but we have few students in attendance, so we'll have to do something. Then by 8 I will then post the video. So like I said in the group, we are going to be starting our coding classes, and the first thing you should know about coding is basically coding is like learning a new language. I've said that over and over again. Coding is like learning a new language. Now the first step for you to do is to choose an IDE. Now we have different kinds of IDE, but the one I choose most is VS Code. So that's what we will be making use of. Now I will be explaining how we can download our VS Code. Now let's hit it right away. That's what basically today's class will be all about. How to get our VS Code. That's, you can see this is a live class, and those who are actually following us can enjoy the class too. So this is a live class. As you can see the date here, it's the 12th, sorry, it's December 10, 2022, as you can see the time. So it's a live class. So but maybe by the time you are actually watching it, might be a recorded class because you didn't follow us in this training. So now to download VS Code, what you just do is just type VS Code. It's very easy. So you just type VS Code. So this is where you will be going to. The first one, as you can see, or you can just go straight to code.visualstudio.com. If you don't want to go through Google, just go code.visualstudio.com. Now this is where we are. Now this is how the VS Code would typically look like. So as you can see, with VS Code you can Python, Git, C++. Now that's not part of our, so what it do, it provides IntelliSense, run and debug, built-in Git, and then extensions. So now these are basically what VS Code does. Now this is the VS Code homepage. So you scroll down to download or get started. So now if you are using a Windows computer, now you would click this. If you are using Linux, this will be definitely Linux. So this, if you are using a MacBook, this. Now basically, for those of you that always have issues while downloading VS Code, now you have issues downloading VS Code if. Remember I said if and if. So if you have Windows 7, Windows 6, Windows 5, Windows blah blah blah. So your computer should be at least from Windows 8 and above. Now you must be using 64 bits, and then that's it. So that's why you've encountered some challenges when downloading VS Code. So you just click on Windows. Okay, I might not go further in downloading because I already have a, as you can see, it's downloading. So I might not go further in downloading because it's already installed on my system. But for you, you should wait until it's 88, until it is complete basically. So that's just what I would say. You should wait until it's complete. So I will pause this download because I already have it on my system. So I will pause the download and then show you what you will do next. So when it's finished, so you shouldn't pause yours, you should allow yours to download. I already have it on my system, so there is no need downloading it twice. So once you are through, or you finish downloading, so you click on downloads and then scroll to where, okay, let me check if there is a previous place I once downloaded VS Code. Okay, so as you can see here, I once downloaded VS Code here. So that's, so All you just have to do is just click here, or you right click and then open. That's just basically what you do. You right click and open. So I wouldn't want us to waste time. So we'll move to how to set up our Visual Studio Code. So sorry. Okay, so that's basically how to set up our Visual Studio Code. Now, the next class we are going to be working with the VS Code. So now I will end the recording now, so that I allow you to go through what we've done, and then I answer and then I answer questions. Thank you. Okay, so basically, so I still have time. So so instead of us to have issues, so I'll click on Visual Studio Code. Now, usually VS Code takes time to load. That's my problem with VS Code, because it takes time to load. That's one disadvantage of VS Code. Now, except you are using a system that is actually 6 gigabytes and above, or for me, using 4 gigabytes, I might encounter challenges using VS Code. I might encounter some challenges which I'll definitely summon. So I will cancel the file. Also, it's still loading. So it's still loading. So don't be harsh. So it's still loading. Okay, it's still loading. I just checked if we were actually. I just checked to confirm if we were actually still screen recording. So this is a project I've been working on. So we wouldn't want to delve into this. So this is a project I've been working on. So I'll have to cancel this and then show us how we can start from afresh. Yeah. Don't save, please. Okay, so now this is a fresh page. This is how a fresh page would look like. So what will you do? The first thing first is to create a new folder. So, and how can you create a folder? You right click and then click on new and then select folder. Now I will name this Zobmi. So Zobmi.html. So that's basically what it will be. Zobmi.html. So I would come here, then on file, I'll click on open folder. Excuse me. So I'll go to desktop. As you can see, this is a live video class. For those who are actually participants, they are enjoying it. So, so this is the file. Remember, I created a new file first. So I right click. Okay, so sorry. I just click on select folder. Okay, so that's just it. So it usually takes time, but okay, so now they would want to be sure that you actually trust the folder you are opening. So I trust the folder, so I'll click on yes, I trust the author because I created the file. So it's a clean file, a clean folder, sorry. So the next is to create a file. Remember, the steps includes we downloaded VS Code, we created a file, we created a folder, and then we are now about to create a file. So follow it step by step, because when we start the main coding, you would enjoy coding, trust me. So okay, I'll create a new file. So you can still name it Zobmi, but when you are creating a file in VS Code, if you are creating a JavaScript file, it should end with .js. If you are creating a Python file, it should be .py. If you are creating a HTML file, it should end with .html. If you are creating a CSS file, it should end with .css. So .html. So you click on enter, then you create a file. then boom, we are here to start working. So we are here to start working. We are here to start working. So we are here to start working. So basically what we would do is this way. So I hope you are able to see my screen really clear, because I'm trying to zoom. I don't know how to zoom, so I'm trying to zoom my screen, but I'm seriously finding it difficult to zoom my screen. I don't know why. That's disadvantages for those of us not using Apple, not you using a MacBook, basically. So what we'll do, in order for you to get an HTML template, all you just have to do is just click on HTML, then you go to HTML5, then you click, and basically what we have here is the HTML template. So now for you to write your first code, on the body section, just click hello. Sorry, I made a mistake. So on the body section, just click hello world. Then you save. Now, another software that you would need for coding is, you know it, Google Chrome. So you need Google Chrome. So to test run your code, usually I like to do it this way. So to test run your code, okay, so usually I like to do it this way. So I like to do it this way. So I really want, okay, so okay, so it's in two sides. Okay, so now this is how I usually like to operate. Okay, so now we want to test run our code. So to test run our code, you come to your VS Code and just click on F5 for those using Windows. For those using MacBook, I really don't know, so you click on Web App Chrome. Okay, so basically to help you, so there's no need of me running this one. So I'll just exit this one. So I'll just exit this one, and then so here we go. Okay, so basically this is how to test run our code. So whatever changes you make here, so for instance, if I cancel, and please, whenever you make any changes on your code, always click Ctrl S or save your code. So if I come here and so you can either refresh or you click on F5. So if I say 1, if I come here and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So once I save, Ctrl S. Once I come here, F5 or refresh, as you can see, it's reflecting here. Now, basically, if you succeeded in writing hello world, congratulations, because you've succeeded in writing your first line of code. Now, this is just the first step. Now, it's just the first step. There are more and more other steps involved in coding, but it's a gradual process. And I would hold your hands and take you through that step. If you have any questions, you can ask me why I end the training section. Okay, so I would please all your questions should be in the mentorship group. Thank you.